Hello and welcome back to Sisterly Sparks. I'm Orange Spark,
I'm that purple spark.
and together we make Sisterly Sparks. How y'all doing?
What's up,
It's been
y'all?
a minute.
Long
Yeah,
time, long time.
yes, long time no chat. We ain't sparked nothing in a minute. So we are going to dive right in, and we're gonna do our mental health check-in. So, Purple Spark, how you doing?
I'm okay. I'm here. I'm talking. I'm chilling. I'm maintaining. But mentally, something wrong with me. We're gonna figure it out together. All right.
Period.
Back to you.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Shoot. I've been getting some retail therapy in.
Ella.
I named my new car Diamond and I've been pimping my ride. Yeah.
However it go. One of them.
That
Both of
second.
them.
Yeah.
Well, look, put all of them. All of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Diamond is pimped out. You know, I done went on pimp my ride. Oh, and
And
let's
it's a
get
new
into
ride though.
it's a new
Like
ride,
a new one.
a
Okay.
luxury ride. You know what I'm
Upgrades happening
saying?
around here.
And get into the y'all can't see the full length, but I didn't been getting pampered. Your girl went and got some bangs, which excuse them for right
Thanks.
now. Yeah, excuse them for right now, cause y'all my hair been wrapped all day, and I tried to whip it out real quick without a mirror or anything. So they just kind of I'm
Ain't
messing
nothing
it
wrong
up.
with it. Tell her,
Yeah.
y'all. Tell her ain't nothing wrong with it.
But get into it. My big sis did her thing, over there at Twisted by Graffiti. You know what I'm saying? Got me right. Yeah. Yeah.
Eh.
Book with
eh.
her. Yeah. Book with her. She do
But
everything.
that appointment, Joe.
Yeah. So I'm feeling good, looking good, riding good. I'm
Spending
chilling.
good.
Spending real good. Okay. So shoot. I'm chill. I'm just tired, but good. No complaints.
I am tired. I know y'all can see it. I'm tired.
Facts. Apologize. I apologize if she don't make it through the whole video. Just
I don't got my phone, so she can't call me and let me know nothing. I won't see no little comments on here because it says something about live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. This is an example. Click on comment to show it on. Oh, never mind. Bump that. Hold on. It do show. Wait, hold on. Let me see. When streaming to a profile, viewer comments won't show up unless the stream is public on Facebook. Okay, so I think it's public. So if y'all see me anyway, those off. Go ahead and just blow up the spot. Maybe I'll hear it or see it. Just scream or something or something. You know,
right.
I feel
Yeah.
like I will not go to sleep though, but I am sleepy. But I won't go to sleep because it is a couple topics that I'm gonna get hype about. So
Yeah. Yeah. She's gonna be
yeah,
locked in.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, shoot.
and
Let's
we do apologize for the
our absence.
listen, y'all know me, man. Y'all know since we first started this, I already told y'all about me. I already told y'all I'm working on consistency. I already told y'all I'm working on trying to keep everything in order and organization. That's what I got Orange Spark for because she's the organizer. She's the one that keeps stuff on track and keep all this stuff on track. But with me in the mix, some stuff be getting mixed up, man. Then life be happening, and then we can't find the
Right.
time that both of us have available to do it, and it's just been so much, and to
Work
mentally,
don't
like I don't
stop.
know, right, and I don't know about her, but mentally, I've been it ain't time yet to cuss. I've been messed up. Okay, so I've been going through it. So we're here now. That's all that matters. We
It
was
ain't
never
time
going
yet to
anywhere.
cuss.
But I
What?
think somebody said because we on YouTube too. Somebody said that we got to give it like I watched Bonnie Blue and I think she said you gotta within the first like 10 or 20, 30 minutes or something, you some with the algorithm and
Whoa.
you cursing and something. So
Ah,
I'm gonna
okay.
try, okay? Whoever is that tuning in, we do appreciate you. Oh, you
Yes,
got off?
welcome.
That's fine. Get back on there and then invite somebody else to get back on there and then
Period.
chime in the conversations. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
because it's gonna
Because
be a
these
juicy
topics,
one.
I want people to chime in. I want people to either come up on here and get on here with us and talk about this stuff, or get in the comments and type your life away, because I really want some input with this conversation. And I don't want it to be just me talking about it or me giving just my opinion on it, because I'm just one person. And just because I feel strongly about whatever my opinion is about the subjects don't mean that I'm all the way totally completely right. However, I, in my mind, feel like some stuff is common, and I feel like most of the stuff that I'm gonna say may be common to the subject matter. So, but I really would like y'all to chime in and spark the conversation as well. So I would appreciate
Yeah,
we would appreciate it.
absolutely. Well, I say let's dive right on in. What's our topics for today?
Okay, but before we get to the actual main topics, I was just also watching. So when I'm not at work, right? When I come home and I chill out, right? I take my little hot, not warm, but hot shower, okay? And I get in my little nice comfy clothes. I put my little bed warmer on, right? And I sit down. Once I sit down, I'm in a chill state. And so I like to watch like different things. And I watch a bunch of podcasts and stuff. Whether they be good, bad, whether they be right or wrong, you can always take something from any of them and from all of them. And I do. And anyway, long story short, I was watching Kiki Palmer, and she had Jennifer Lewis on there, and she was talking. And one of the things that stood out to me that she said was that this world is so messed up that we don't know what to do with joy, or we don't know what to do when we see or when we encounter somebody that's full of joy.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually kind of powerful. It's actually kind of messed up at the same time, because for this whole entire world to be as evil and corrupt and crazy as it is, but for humans to be actually how we should be, which is joyous, which is happy, which is um uplifting, which is, all the positive words and pronouns and whatever else that you want, adjective, whatever else that describes like a human being in the state that I feel like we should be in, which nowhere negative at all. But because we just got so wrapped up in, and I feel like it all probably started with one person or a few people, and it trickles like that's where trends and stuff come in at, and all that. And I feel like this shows you how much the bad affects us way more than the positive do. The negative stuff affects us, and it transforms us, and it does something to us way more powerful than any type of positivity, which is why I'm always trying to promote positivity. I'm always trying to look at the positive way of stuff. I'm always trying to tell everybody that sit in my chair, I'm trying to always provoke that. I'm trying to always put that in them. I'm trying to always look at them in that mirror when I'm doing their hair, and making sure that they put a smile on their face, making sure they say something positive, like making sure if they do try to veer off to the negativity, uh, mm-mm, look at one of these signs around here. Everywhere in my salon, I have something positive on any one of the walls, on anywhere in my space. And Orange Park can attest to it. She just left, but
Yeah.
it's somewhere positive, because I feel like we need to train ourselves. We need to train our minds, because for some reason, and I don't know, we initially veer to the negativity. We think negative, we judge, which is also negative. We just, our thoughts are instantly in firstly negative. Like everything about us, it's like we're trained to be negative. It's like we're wrapped or we're programmed to be negative, and that baffles me, and I don't know why. And I say we because I include, once again, I include myself in everything I talk about. I don't exclude myself with nothing because I'm not a saint. I'm not perfect. I'm not none of that. I'm just as guilty as everybody else with everything that I'm talking about, everything that I mention, everything I say. But you have to be able to consciously like catch yourself in the act and change it quick, change it, because we what we speak, we do manifest that shit. Fuck it, we do manifest that shit. So we have to I tried. So
You
we can't
did.
we can't just keep like, and then if you think about it, like the more and more we do it, the more and more negative, the more and more bad stuff, the more and more crazy things that happen. And then we're trying to figure out, well, what the hell? Like, why is all this happening to me? Or why is all this happening around me and blah, blah? Well, we're summoning whatever the word is. We're bringing on all that energy when all we need to do is just say one thing positive. Always keep some type of mirror around you, or always keep some type of, be in a spot or a place where you could see yourself. You could see your reflection. You could see maybe even another person. And two, if that don't work, say something nice to somebody. That's positive. It could be a one word something. It don't have to be a long sentence. It don't have to be a long drawn out like um story or anything. Just say something positive. I just don't understand, because I just feel like it should be so simple and should be so easy and should be so like, we should just want to do this shit to where it's just automatically done. And it just bugs me because I know I can't just snap my finger and make this shit happen, but I just want to snap my finger and make this shit happen. So anyway, think positive, be positive, do positive, give positive. You will receive the positivity. And don't just do it though just because you know it's gonna happen, but do it because you actually want to, and it should actually make you feel good. So anywho, so that was one that I took from her. And then another thing she said was, it doesn't matter what we are, it matter who we are. What you think that mean in from Orange Spark? What you think that mean? Like in your own perspective.
Say it one more time.
It doesn't matter what you are, it matters who you are.
I would agree. I feel like that's like who you are at your core, who you are, like your core values, what you stand for, how you operate day to day. Um, I can only think of an extreme example, but that's like, don't, it doesn't matter what you are. Let's say there let's just say I was a stripper, which nothing wrong. Hey, if y'all out there stripping, this is no diss to y'all whatsoever. I'm just, people look at strippers and they're like, "Oh, you're the lowest of the low and how dare you? How could you?" And that, what being a stripper, but who
Mhm.
you are at your core is, it could be a mother that's trying to make ends meet. It could be you are a student trying to put yourself through college as a first time college graduate and trying to, be the first chain breaker for your family to, make a change and really become something. So I know that was an extreme example, but it's
No,
things
that was
like,
a good example though.
okay, good, good. But like, people like to give you labels, the what you are. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. What. The whole time, as long as you stay true to who you are, and that who you are shines through whatever you're doing, whether you're um, being a server at a restaurant, being a stripper on the pole, managing a business, homeless, whatever it is, letting that core shine of who you are and making sure you're that's like making sure that you aren't moving maliciously, like you don't have a dark soul, like you have good intentions, you have values, you have manners, common sense, Lord. um Things of that nature is what I would say. Like, yeah, there's a lot of things. Life happens and puts us in situations where that what changes, and you have to do things that either you said you never would, or you would have to do something temporarily that's frowned upon, or it might not even sit well with you. But to know that who this doesn't define you, and that you're doing this, and knowing that you're doing it because it's getting you to the next step.
Mm-hmm.
Stay true to you, walk that, let them label, let them talk. And then when you get out of that, just know that that was just for a season.
You took the words right out my mouth with that little last statement, because that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, this world is so messed up, and it's so hard to maneuver through it and to remain like and to do exactly what it is that you want to do, or be exactly the 100% person that you're trying to be, because you have to think, like, people put on so many masks in this world, because at the job site, you're a different person. You change up your whole persona, your whole everything. You have to fit the mold, you have to fit that description of whatever that job title, whatever that job description is, whatever that position is that you're in, and all that. You gotta change yourself for that. You gotta change yourself, like, in social settings, especially if you're people that want to be accepted, or want to, need people around you, or need to feel like you're wanted and all that. So you change yourself to be accepted. You change yourself to match whatever energy, and match whatever, wherever you at, or whoever you're around, to be just like them, so you can blend in and all that. Sometimes in families, you want to you change up a little bit, because again, still acceptance, or vice versa, or anything. Like, this world make you, force you to have to put mask on, and that right there pisses me off. Like, I just feel like we can't be our full selves. We can't be, you can't say you want to trust fully, and have faith fully, and all that in people and all that, when you don't know what you're getting. You don't know who you talking to, you don't know who you standing in front of, you don't know who you're actually talking to, you don't know which persona this is, or any of that. And it's just so messed up that we feel like, or we have to be certain things in certain settings, in however, I'm not, though. And I've learned early that you lose things and people when you choose not to fall for the fuckery, and you choose not to put on these different faces. Not that not that you trying to be a party pooper, not because you're not trying to follow rules, or of the land, and all that bull crap and all that, but I just want to stay true to who I am. And I feel like if nobody can take me for exactly who I am, then you don't deserve or need me. And I don't need to be in whatever space that is. I don't feel like I need to put up a front, even if it's a job. I don't feel like I should have to be this certain type of person, in order to do fulfill my job duties, in order to get along with coworkers, in order to get along with management, in order to be able to keep my job. Like, I don't feel like I have to, because I feel like some of the things that they want you to act upon, certain things that they want you to act around. I feel like us as humans should have those qualities and have that stuff already anyway. So why are we having to put up fronts? Why are we having to change our perspectives? Why are we having to change our whole mask and say, "Oh, well, I have to be this certain way because I'm in a role, I'm in a position." Why can't we just be that type of person? Because any type of job, any field that you're working in, you should be respectful. You should be honest. You should have some type of respect. You should want to do the job to your utmost abilities. You should give your all to whatever position you're in, wherever you're at, wherever you're working at. You should be able to do the roles of whatever job without having to change your persona. You should have, I don't understand why it's hard to do that as being yourself. So that, because it's important, because sometimes the jobs is where we spend most of our time at. And if we're so hard, okay, so if we're doing that at the job and we're, and then when we get off the job, we got to somehow try to, okay, take that mask off. Okay, now we got to be the house person. We got to be the family person. We got to be the mom or the daddy or the sister, the auntie, whatever the role is. We got to tap into this, and we got to be this, whatever this is. And and let's just say, like, your family, your people, your whatever your space is, and whoever's in your space, they see this over here, right? And now they're confused because, okay, so we didn't see this. And of course, yeah, you could have a conversation and tell them, like, depending on how old they are, whatever, if they get it or not, whatever. But they're seeing completely two, three, four different types of people in one person, and now they're confused. They don't know who to listen to. They don't know what to listen to. Well, you told me this and you said this, but I just seen, you just said, you just did. And then you're having to keep explaining yourself and keep explaining why you're having to change up the rules and the way of you living over here, because over here needs something else. That gets frustrating. That gets overwhelming for me. I can only speak for me. That's overwhelming. That's stupid to me. That's dumb to me. I feel like I just don't understand, and I just don't feel like there should be any type of difference. Now, I understand, like, etiquette and stuff like that. Yes, you chill a little bit more when you at home. You come down a little bit. I get, like, the talking, I get the enunciations and the language, and I get all that part. But everything else, I don't feel like you should have to come up out of yourself trying to appease somebody or make somebody happy, or just to a job, or just to keep some money in your pocket and all that. Like, I just don't, for me, I'm never gonna do that. I'm never ever. And if that just means I'm just never gonna work in the 9 to 5 field, that's just what that means, because I refuse to do that. You're gonna get Tanya 24/7, 365. Now I'm gonna try to dumb down my language, because I do have bombs that I blow off all day, every day.
Allegedly. You know them.
Ain't no alleged.
You know
Oh,
they listening. They gonna think
okay,
you.
my fault, my fault. Not bombs, okay?
Yeah.
Not literal bombs, okay? But I have the words that I sound off all day, every day. That's the least I can do for what I have to put up with every day and who I have to put up with every day. But I mean, I just still feel like who I am, though, at my core, who I am as a person, who I am, like you said earlier, core values, all that's not changing. You're gonna see that. You're gonna feel it. You gonna come in contact with it. That's just who it is. That's just what it is. Because I feel like, and I've learned, why we get to be around the people that we're around, why we get the friends that we have, while we get the people that's in our life sometimes, it's because of who we show up as. And if we're showing up as something fake, if we're showing up as somebody that's not ourselves, we're not gonna attract the people that we actually want with us or around us. And then we're mad at some point, or we got an issue at some point because these people is not, they're not vibing with us. They're not in the same boat as us. They're not thinking the same. Well, we was not either. So what do you expect? We're putting on these faces and these personas, and we're getting these people for the personas and the faces that we're putting on.
Persona.
Hmm.
Personas.
Personas. Yeah, that. And we're not even attracting the right people or the right spaces or any of that. So we can't be mad at other people. We can't be mad at the people that's around us or that's with us or that's in contact with us, because that's what we're attracting. We're what's the word? Frequency beings. We attract. We're energy. So we need to make sure we're putting out what we want to bring in, because that's exactly what we're gonna get. For the longest time, I just always wondered, like, because people kept coming in and going, coming in, going, coming in, going. I'm like, what is wrong? Like, I'm thinking something's wrong with me, and yes, it turns out I probably was, and I can't even probably say probably I was. I feel like at some point putting on for these jobs, putting on for the outside, because I felt like I was so much different than anybody and everybody else. I had to not be myself in order to have to deal, in order to have to maintain, in order to have to um, be part of the outside. I had to. I felt like I had to. So I did. And in doing that, I attracted some people that wasn't right, that wasn't good, that wasn't meant for me, that I felt like was, where I felt like I could, like I could transform myself, and I could take this and I could make this be right, and form this, and just be yourself. Just be exactly who you are. Don't let nobody call you or tell you that you're weird. And matter of fact, so what if they do? Yep, I'm weird. But my weirdness is what makes me unique. My weirdness is what makes me me. It's what separates me from you. And if you don't like it, that's okay. Everybody don't like everybody. Everybody is not for everybody. And I just want to attract, and I want to just be for whoever is for me. I want to be whoever is wanting to be in my space, who want me to be in their space. That's it. I don't care about the rest of that at all. At all, I don't care about none of that, because everything and everybody else is probably headaches anyway. Like, you just be yourself and attract who you want to be, and life will be better. You got anything, any comments, or you got your take on any of that before we? I know I said a lot, but
Yeah. I had a few thoughts along the way, but do I remember them?
I'm telling you, girl, you be having to, like, you gotta stop me now when you have them.
Why I want to interrupt and lose the trail, like your trail of thought and
Uh,
whatnot. But
mm-mm.
I one thought I had while you were talking though was that we would be so much better off if we worried about ourselves and not about others so much. Like, still lend the helping hand. Like, don't just be like, oh, what is it? Like, so conceited that it's like, whatever. But learn how to just mind your business. Everybody's dealing with stuff. If you can just, if everybody can deal with their own stuff and manage, then our interactions with the outside world, the people outside of us, could be so much better. It could really, the problem is when we're so worried about, it's so much easier to see what so and so got going on, but to look in the mirror and be like, I got this going on, and to deal with it, that's too much. So you rather point it out in somebody else to make yourself feel better because, well, at least I'm not there. No, just mind your business. Literally, tend to what you dealing with. And when you go out, use that as a break to get away from whatever it is you're dealing with. Lean on somebody, have some support, positive interactions. Like it could all be so simple. And to putting on the facades, it's exhausting.
Exhausting. I'm
It's
like, oh,
like right now, like don't get me wrong, I got different friends for different things, but if I got all my friends together in a room, I don't know how I would, like I don't know how I would. Now granted, I met them in different phases of life. I've done a lot of growing, but still it's just some stuff that like and it's exhausting, and sometimes when they want to hang out it's like, yeah, I would like to see you, but also I don't feel like putting that facade on. Like nope, I don't. And it's not a good feeling to feel like you won't be accepted for who you are. And
it's
whole
not.
time, and whole time, like they like you as a person, obviously. But then once XYZ changes, then it's, oh, you're a bad person or whatever. Just like, um, for instance, I vape, right? But around certain people, I can't. I can't, they can't know that I do. Or like it has to be this hidden thing because then I go from being this safe person or this good person to a terrible person when I'm still me. But
That's
they
the
don't know how to
judgment part
their,
right there.
right. They don't know how to take off their filters of things and how they feel about XYZ. And if you're not in agreement, then it's all bets are off. You know, so it's like different, there's obviously different levels to the things, but it really could all be so simple. But I don't have hope in humanity. I don't. It's not gonna be
You
better.
know what? It's sad because I just discovered I don't either. I know I've been saying positivity and stuff, but sometimes also you just have to
Gotta
look
be
at
real.
what's in front of you, and you have to be real about stuff sometimes. And sometimes like the truth is what the truth is, like, and especially if each person is not willing to make changes and to fix stuff within themselves and any of that, there's no way that humanity can change. There's no way, because it really does start with us. It really do start with you minding your business. It really do starts with you focusing on you and what you got going on and fixing you and yourself and how you manage and how who you are and who you show up and how you show up. It really does start with us. Like I can't force you to do anything. You can't force me to be any way or do anything, and vice versa for everybody and everything else. We can't do that. And I feel like you're right. We do try our best to control the next person, control what we do, control how we talk, control what we wear, control where we go. We try so hard to do that shit when
You ain't got
we
no
need to
control.
control ourselves. Nobody have control over nobody for real. Control yourself, control your actions, control your anger, control your temper, control your management on handling people, control, like, whatever that control is or need to be, because everybody, I guarantee everybody on this earth got something that they can work on, got something that they can fix, got something that they can that they can um change about themselves. Everybody. And if anybody say that they have nothing to work on, nothing to fix, nothing to whatever, you need to
They
steer away from them type of people, because they're fucked up. And they're not going to take any kind of constructive criticism. They're not going to handle you in the right manner or any of that shit, because who are you to say that you're not, so you're just perfect, so you're just the best person, you're just the you're just a genius out here, you're just somebody who's don't have no type of imperfections about you. That's bullshit. You're bullshitting yourself and you're trying to bullshit somebody else. Don't come over here with the bullshit though. You're not gonna tell me you're just all the way pure and all the way how the fuck you need to be. No, change some shit about yourself. In anything, it don't matter what it is. And if you don't know what the fuck that is, that means you ain't been by yourself. You ain't had no self reflection. You ain't dealt with yourself by yourself enough. And you need to veer off and do some self soothing and some self healing and some self talk and some self work. You need to. There's no way that you could tell me that there's nothing, absolutely anything that's wrong with you or anything that you need to work on or change that can help you on top of helping society. There's no way you're going to tell me that. And I believe that shit. Back away from me because I don't want to be around you at all.
Facts. And if we all address ourselves and we extend the same grace that we want for ourselves as we deal with our stuff, and we use that for our interactions, it could be so much more pleasant. Period. Period. Like,
Mm-hmm.
instead of, oh well, he's an alcoholic, so instead of making the excuses, you don't have to have that. They cuss so and so out, and then the whole gotta forgive and do the whole, like, you can bypass so much. But
Mm-hmm.
because you're working on yourself, you're gonna hold your tongue. You're gonna make sure that whatever's coming out of your mouth is not a, you're not gonna try to intentionally offend somebody.
Right. Intention is the word.
Intention. Because then if
Yeah.
it does, it'll be, oh, I'm sorry. That was not my intention at all. Oh, no, you're good. I appreciate that. Boom. Instead of decades of grudges and hate and anger and,
Aggression,
yeah, holding
anger,
on to stuff, people sleeping good at night
hatred.
and worried about it, and you just getting ate up.
Mm-hmm.
Not worth it.
And it gotta be also exhausting to like have some deep rooted like anger and hatred and just aggression, and you have to live your life like that all the time, and you do nothing but face things and people with that all the time. First of all, nobody want to deal with all that shit. Secondly, like we shouldn't even want to. Thirdly, when we see that that shit is actually what's happening, that's when we should tap in quickly. That's when we should want to like, oh, hold on, let me step back for a second. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing's wrong with fucking apologizing, especially if you actually sincere about the shit too, and especially if you actually caught yourself or you actually caught what's happening. And because sometimes people don't know, right? Because you deal with it for so long, like it becomes part of you. It becomes actually like literally who you are in those moments. So sometimes you don't know. You're just playing a role. You're just you just going at it. So sometimes like and it could just snap to you, or you could like literally see or hear yourself what you just said or how you just interacted with somebody or something, and you take a step back and apologize. Just apologize real quick. Not to say that you would know how to handle the whole thing in the moment, but you apologizing is at least letting somebody know that you are aware of the behavior, or you are aware of the tone or the aggression or the whatever that is. And then you could go off and fix that. Fix it and come back, regroup. You already apologized for it, so there should be no bad blood for real if you really sincere about it. And then you come back and you got a different tone about you. You got a different like way of looking at something, or a different delivery, a way to deliver something, a word or something that means way more than you just feeling like because you've dealt with something and because you got handed something that wasn't pleasant, or you've got you know uh something mean happened to you, all that. Like nobody wants the next person to have to go through that shit. Nobody. And I feel like the people that do want to make people feel what the fuck they felt and that shit didn't feel good to them, they're not healed. You're not healed. You're not right. You're not in the right fucking frame of mind. You're not in the right fucking space. None of that. And you need to fix that shit before you interact with people, because once again, that shit can transfer to people, and then it's gonna trickle, and it's just gonna keep trickling and keep trickling. Nobody want to deal with that shit. Nobody want to deal with being mean and having to act bad and talk crazy to one another and bash somebody and want to see harm towards the next person and want to fight all the goddamn time and want to just be fucking mean and rude for no fucking reason. Nobody want to deal with that shit. Nobody. Just be happy, just be nice, just be cordial, be just be a
Don't
fucking,
worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy.
I don't know. It's and it's right when people say like you do have to watch who you have around you, because you could be a happy-go-lucky person, you could be a nice person, you could be a person, a positive or a work on in progress positive person, and wanting to see everybody laugh and smile and want to see joy in people and want to, like, do things for people that put smiles on people's faces and shit. But then you got people around you that's the opposite of that shit, and no matter what you say on how hard you feel like that shit is not gonna rub off on you, that shit is not gonna affect you and none of that, that's a lie. That, man, and it may not be like nothing like harsh or nothing like terrible, but you're gonna eventually start to see yourself have some of those, I don't even know what kind of word to call it, but you're gonna start
Mannerisms?
having some of those traits a little
Traits.
bit. You're gonna start like literally seeing yourself talking like that person, acting a little bit like those people, saying little things that those people are saying, because it's all just, you do nothing but intake that shit. You do nothing but hear it. You do nothing but ingest it. You do nothing but like soak it in. So, and that shit's coming out unless you're in a spot where you need to be and you could catch yourself. That's not everybody. Everybody's not healed. Everybody don't do the work, don't put the time in, don't put the, the blood, sweat, and tears in to get to where they need to get to. So that's not everybody. And it's crazy because you don't want to be that, but you also don't want to just, because sometimes when people are like that, sometimes they could be good people. They just have bad experiences to where it shaped them, and maybe they either don't want to get the help or they want to get it, they don't know how. Like, it's just, you just don't know. So it is really hard, and you got to take it person by person basis, situation by situation basis, and you got to be like Orange Spark said, you have to be intentional. You have to literally like want to be in a good headspace. You have to want to be a good person. You have to want to do good for the the next person or for yourself. You have to want to see positive shit. You have to talk positivity, and you have to want to not be negative. You have to want to not see negative things happening or bad shit happening all the time, or bad things happening, and what we speak, we sow that shit. So we really, 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 really have to be careful with what we're doing and how we saying and how we're talking. It is exhausting though, just to be a mean person, just to be, just
Negative all the time.
negative all the time.
Takes a
Nobody
lot of
wants
energy.
it. Yeah.
But
Get
I
woke.
also think that you have to stop just accepting anything. And
Hmm.
that's working with yourself even. And I don't just mean from like other people. I mean with you. You wake up, what they say, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I ain't feeling it today. Oh,
Go
it's
back
not.
to bed and wake up
Oh,
again.
it's whatever. Right. Or speak against it. Today's gonna be a good day. And speak your affirmations. Looking in the mirror. Change that energy. Don't choose to sit there and stay there in whatever funk or bad feeling or whatever it is, you have every opportunity to change it and to make the decision, be intentional about making the decision to do the opposite of what you're either feeling, walking, experiencing, or whatever the case. Easier
Mhm.
said than done. I don't do it as often, but I guess not most days. I also don't just wake up and be like, ugh. So there's that. But it is some days I get into a funk and I feel like I can't shake it. But
Mhm.
I do have to be more intentional about no, I'm not staying here. Because what do? We play our music that feeds our vibe and
Mhm.
connect, and it just digs a hole deeper and deeper and deeper. Nope. Turn something on positive. Here's some positive affirmations. Turn on a podcast if you got to. Do whatever
Or
you
around
do.
somebody that you know that do nothing but speak really good and really like knowledge and that have some wisdom about themselves.
Yep, for sure. It'll matter. Being intentional with your life matters.
It's
That's your
super
emotion.
matter.
We carry our emotions in our organs. So if you're negative all the time
It's gonna make you
and
sick.
full of hatred and everything else, absolutely. You're carrying that and you're not releasing it. You're slowly killing yourself from the inside out. And that doesn't mean that you're gonna die soon either. You can
Right.
suffer for years, decades of just, oh, this always hurts. Oh, I always feel sick. Oh, I always feel, maybe you need to do some internal cleansing.
Mm. That full detox.
Hmm. Whatever that looks like.
Mhm.
But if you ever find yourself needing that, Purple Spark, or help with that, Purple Spark has created a journal that could help be of guidance if this is something that you're interested in. Purple Spark, where can our fellow Sparkers find and purchase journals if they find themselves in situations of this nature?
Right now, I would say inbox me, text or comment, and then I
Or
can get you
email
the journal or email. Email you could do um
Simply Sparks
it's so many. Yeah, Sisterly Sparks
at
at
gmail.com.
gmail.com. You could do staying busy 2020 at gmail.com. You could do what's yours? Because they can even contact me through you. You could get a hold of me.
Shakura Logwood at gmail.com.
That
Yeah,
you could inbox any of my social media platforms. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm on maybe X. Maybe I haven't been on there in forever, but I'm still on there.
the Shirley
Uh,
Sparks is on
what
there.
else is it? Instagram, like anywhere. Type my name in, you'll be able to send me messages. Whatever it is, just let me know. And yes, I do have a journal, and I'm going to devote I'm making weekly journals, and I say weekly and not like monthly or whatever because we want to do a little bit at a time because sometimes we get overwhelmed with a lot and we choose not to indulge. But if we like trickle it down to a little bit, then to smaller things, then we can accomplish those and we could feel better about ourselves because we can actually, okay, now we could do that. And so, yeah, a part of my brand that I'm coming out with that it's almost like some of the clothing are almost ready for it, but the Live Evil brand, the first collection will be the Loyalty brand collection. And yes, I am having I don't know where my journal is right now, but I do have a journal. It is going to be 4 journals, one prompt over loyalty every day. You'll have space where you can write out as much as you need to. You'll have space to doodle or draw if you need to draw it out, whatever it is. You got space like a financial planner. You got a space where you can write a apology letter to yourself. You got space where you can write goals, like weekly goals for yourself. It's also a page on there where it lists all the collections in the brand and it tells you the definitions of all those collections, so you'll know what's coming up as far as the journals and the prompts and stuff goes. You have a spot on there for, I want to say, maybe exercise, maybe if not, that should be in the following collection, because it's only going to get better and more as I go along. But yes, I just feel like sometimes we be holding in so much stuff, and sometimes we don't know where to put out all that energy, or where to put out any information, or who to trust with the information that we have. And so sometimes people choose to go the short route. I can't really say the word on here, but sometimes we choose to do that because we don't know where to go. We don't know what to do. We don't, we feel like everything is against us, and our backs against the wall, and we have nothing, to look forward to live for, to do, and all that. And I just feel like sometimes all we need to do is either talk, let it out, or journal. One, nobody's looking. It's just you in the journal. It's your business. You write how you want. You write in the context that you want. Don't got to be politically correct. You don't have to be. You don't. The sentences don't have to be whole, complete sentences. You could write exactly what's going on with you in that moment. And two, sometimes we don't know what to write about. Though we have so much going on, so many thoughts, so many subjects, so many whatever. Well, I got a prompt, so you can maybe think about it. And I feel like the whole Live Evil brand, I feel like it should go for everybody, because each of the letters represents something that I feel like we should all take heed of, or think about when it comes to ourselves, like loyalty, influence, uh um and I'm sorry, I don't know them all by heart, like all the vibes, um uh legends, what's the other L one? Oh, I said the loyalty, legends. What's the I? Influence, and
Mhm.
independence. The V is vibes, and what's the other V? I'll think about it. And what am I missing? I did
E.
L's, I did I's. E is energy, and something, whatever. But
Y'all get the point.
pretty soon you could go to liveevil.com, and I have a whole website catered to
Yeah,
it
fire.
explains everything. But anywho, all of those, and I go into depth and detail on a website explaining how each of these collections and each of these letters of this live evil actually means something positive. It's just a double entendre. It's just a play on words, because yes, this world is evil, but we don't have to be evil. And my whole slogan and my tagline is, to live is to conquer evil. So you're living so you could conquer, and you can make it out and not have to succumb to the evilness of this world, but to be who you are and to be positive. So you're trying to conquer evil, and while you're trying to live at the same time, it just makes perfect sense. So yes, anyway, long-winded, but yes, the loyalty journals, I am printing them. I'm getting them together. They will be on my Shopify store, which don't even ask me how to get the Shopify, okay? I don't know how to get to that store.
We'll try to
Um,
get the link up.
yeah, I'm gonna figure that out. It's been so long that I done something with it or whatever, but it will be on there. I will try and put it on all the social media platforms. It will of course be on liveevil.com, because I have that website, I have that domain, that's all mine. I will have that there. I will have it inside my salon in Hayes at Twisted by Graffiti, in the middle of Little Caesars and Qdoba. Come on down. I will try and have them, like, I will give Orange Spark some, so they can be up there, and in case somebody needs some, They will be available for you. And like I said, it's going to be 4 journals per each collection, which means 1 journal per week. Do with it as you may, fill it out when you want to. It don't necessarily have to be in the morning, but as long as you do it within that day, it just gives you a better perspective about life, about the day, about who you are and all that. So yes, shameless plug. Appreciate you. Yes,
For
go
sure.
copy
For
it.
sure.
Let me know if you want one, if you would like one, and even more things to come with the collections and with the whole brand and with everything else too. It's just a bunch of stuff about to roll out. So
Stay
keep
tuned.
track of all the media platforms, keep track of emails and send your emails if you want to stay in the know and all that. And so yeah, I do have that, but it is hard. We should just try to be the best person that we can be. We just should try to put out the best examples and set the best examples and set the best intentions that we know how to. And then that will trickle to the next person instead of putting out bad, instead of putting out negative, instead of putting out all that and letting that transfer to the next person. Do the positive, do the opposite. So yeah, I do feel that.
Yeah. And know that you're worth investing into.
It's
You're
hot.
worth the
Listen,
time, the
I'm
effort, and
about to
everything
move
else.
this and take my little moo moo, whatever this is, off. So
Yeah.
hold on. It's hot, man. I'm hot. Okay. What?
That firework.
Are they popping fireworks already?
Yeah, and that one sounded like an actual boo, like cannonball.
And I haven't eaten nothing, so I feel weak a little bit. Okay. So it's hot. I don't know if it's just hot because I feel some type of way because I didn't eat. It's
Yeah.
hot because I'm having
No,
premenopausal stuff.
that room don't be too hot, so it's you.
Yo, I'm sorry. Hold on. We still talking though. I just gotta take it off. But yeah, um, do something that makes somebody else feel happy or feel glad or feel or put a smile on somebody's face because you literally do not know what the next person is going through. That you may come in contact with. You don't know what their situation is. You don't know like how your word can affect them. So I just say do what's right. Do what you know is right.
Facts.
I'm not supposed to eat them, but while I'm on live, I need to chew on something. So,
You better get you a straw. What you about to eat?
yo, chips
Oh,
and my hint apple cinnamon is pretty good.
oh,
Actually,
no wonder. I thought about getting that one too, but I was like, okay, Cora, not too much.
yeah, it's pretty good.
It sounds good.
I don't hear any of it,
Like they
but
doing
yeah.
a treat.
So listen, okay. So you got anything else to add to that? Because I'm ready to
No,
get to the shit.
no, we need to because you're gonna lose me.
Right. Me
Yeah,
too. For real.
let's
I
dive
really need
in.
to eat something. Okay. So look. Okay, enough with the sentimental, all that type of stuff. Okay, so another podcast that I'll be watching and it's frowned upon me watching it. Like I, but I watch it just because I just want to know the mindset of the people like this, and I want to. I feel like
Get into
it's we could take something from it, and it can be educational pieces, it could be conversational pieces. So anywho, I was watching Cam Newton, right? And he was interviewing her name is Spice. She's from I want to say what did I say? Jamaica? What did I say? She's from the islands. She's from
wherever she from,
wherever
wherever
she's
she
from,
is.
okay? But anywho, so they was talking and I caught it when they were talking about um him being a womanizer at one point, and then they were talking about um something about like cheating and all this type of stuff, right? And he said, he made a statement, and I'm not gonna say verbatim because I don't know exactly verbatim, but he said, men, when men cheat, it shouldn't be no problem because when men cheat, it's not emotional or it's not um something. But he said when women do it, we shouldn't do it because one, we're too emotional, and two, we do it for a reason that they don't do it for. And so after he said that, Spice said, she looked at the camera and she said, "Ladies, if he cheat, you cheat. It's 2026. Let's get it together." And he said after that, "Ladies, don't cheat because your man cheated on you. Cheat because you want to." I need people to help me to understand and to respond to what I just said. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go watch that episode of the Cam Newton Spice interview. It's, I want to say maybe it's towards the middle, towards the end, but what the fuck do you mean cheat because you want to cheat? Who in their right mind say initially or go into a situation and be like, you know what? I want to cheat today. You know what? I want to cheat on my spouse. I want to cheat on my significant other. I want to cheat on my boyfriend. I want to cheat on my girlfriend. Who the fuck does that? And why would anybody want to be just like, I'm going to cheat today? First of all, before I even get to my thoughts on that, can you give your thoughts on it, on what I just said, or what you feel, or what you think about?
Um, I think I don't know. I think women do cheat for a different reason. Not saying that women should cheat,
Mm-hmm.
just saying in general, I think they do cheat for a different reason. Because with women, men fail to realize that before they physically check out, they've mentally checked out. And again, not saying it's right, but you had lost her long before she ever stepped out. That's just one. Um, Two, I think he's an idiot. I think he's an idiot. Um, yeah, we are emotional beings. We do feel more intense and harder than males tend to, and which all the more reason does this. We don't just get into anything just to be in it. We not just going, oh, let me date, don't let me get with you so I can cheat. No, no. But what they don't like, people don't like to talk about soul ties. And for a man, yeah, it's a little different. You have what I like to call outer parts. Females have inner parts. And sex is it's different for males and for females. So while yeah, that can be just nothing to you, with women it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. So I feel like you should do whatever you need to do to keep your woman happy. And men, bottom line, if you are unhappy, if you want to experiment and see if something else is better or whatever the case, use y'all grown ass man words. And instead of cheating, move on. Cause y'all like to just like, oh, I'm gonna do this secretly. I'm gonna cheat and see if I like this or if I'm better off with what I got. How is that fair? One, but two,
You're not gonna like it if it's turned around on you. You
can't
can't
handle.
possibly, men cannot take what they dish. They can't do it.
And how you gonna tell them a reason? Tell, don't cheat because he cheated.
What
Oh,
the
you don't
fuck?
think when they get their lick back because you now you hurt them emotions that you feel
Cheat
like only
because you
women
want to
got.
cheat.
You
Who
going
the
through
fuck wants to cheat though? I just want to know that part. Who
facts.
literally wants to just cheat?
And if you're a person who just wants to cheat or is almost choked the non cheater or just be cheating, stop getting in relationships with folks and just be the cheater and sleep around and do what you do. But to just want to cheat all the time and just to, well, I want to have somebody so I can say they mine and I got a something consistent, but excuse me, I like a variety. You got some inner healing that we talked about earlier to do. Cause something
Man,
ain't
I just don't understand. Please, whoever's watching, we was just talking and we just said it was said that for women, if we shouldn't cheat back if the male cheat on us, but we should cheat because we want to cheat. Can you chime in and give your opinion on what that means and if that makes sense to you and just your thoughts on that because it's that shit is baffling to me. I just don't understand. And you know what? I get why people don't like him, but I also understand and I appreciate that he put this shit on Front Street and he lets you know and he shows you
who
that
he is.
these are the type of people, right, who he is, but there's also people like this out here that we need to watch for and be like looking for because that's some fucked up shit to say. Like, you nobody wants to even males, I feel like maybe sometimes like nobody literally is getting into a fucking relationship and say in their thought in their mind, I'm gonna get in this relationship and I'm just gonna cheat.
Nah.
Nobody's thinking about fucking cheating. The only time that thought may come up is if something happens and one of the people in the relationship does that shit. And yes, we're programmed to want to be petty and get lickbacks. So sometimes, yes, that shit happens. But just to initially say, or just initially have a thought of you just want to cheat, because he said if you want to sleep with your partner, with your dude's partner, or best friend, or manager, or blah blah blah, then do it. Be grown out here. What? Are you trying to make it okay for the bullshit that you're doing or the bullshit that you're putting out? What are we talking about?
That's what it gives.
I just feel like if you're not intentional, if you don't really wanna
Did
be
you acknowledge that
nobody
comment?
and all that, huh?
Did you acknowledge that comment? Madeline Flager?
Hmm. Like her, I think.
Okay. Wish I could listen longer, but it's Junie's bedtime. Keep speaking facts.
Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. No, but for real, like if you're not really trying to be intentional, you're not really trying to do what needs to be done or even put the work in, leave people alone for real. Like don't try to sit up and try to make like rules to where people need to follow because you choose to do some fucked up shit. Just because you choose to do fucked up shit don't mean the next person wanted to do fucked up shit.
Facts.
But sometimes people be fed up. And sometimes the only way you're gonna fucking learn is to get a taste of your own
Yes,
medicine.
your own medicine. They be like, watch this.
I don't know. I just thought that was and I'm not even gonna expound on it. But I just feel like I just needed to bring that up and I just needed to make this a conversation piece. And I really do want people to chime in. I really do want people to watch this back And I really do want people to comment and to email or to whatever, or even if you want to have another live or something to where we all get on here and we talk about it, because I just don't understand it. It's a subject and a topic that I always said that I never wanted to do, because it's really just very subjective, because it's on a person and or relationship by relationship basis. And I can't base mine on yours, you can't base yours on mine, and vice versa. But I just feel like overall, like, if people have that mindset, you need to stay away from them type of people. Them not people you need to be around. Them not people you need to be in a relationship with. Them not people, like, excuse me, because, and especially I feel like he said that because, one, he have money, and he always trying to make it seem like, well, because he got money and because he be in these spaces, what you want a person to do?
Somebody's not staying true to their core values.
What the fuck? What do you mean? What do you want me to do? Be the motherfucker that you supposed to be,
Have
and not
integrity.
fall victim to this bullshit out here. That's who the fuck I want you to do. That's what the fuck I want you to do. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Facts.
You're trying to give excuses. Let a female try to give an excuse for some bullshit that they feel like is bullshit. What? What?
Yeah.
That shit will not fly. And I also feel like, do or don't do what you want us to do or don't do.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I'm actually gonna end it with that. Don't give out demands. Don't give out rules. Don't give out ultimatums. None of that shit. If you not gonna also honor that shit, if you're not gonna also go by that shit, if you're not gonna also adhere and abide by that shit, don't try to give the next person that shit. That don't work at all. But we had fun. I miss this for real. I miss just talking shit. On live, at least, because I do anyway.
No facts. Nonsense.
No, facts. He's not playing. Facts.
No facts. We see you
But
spitting real stuff.
no, yeah, that
But
just blew me. I said, "Oh," I told her, I said, "Oh, are you off work? We need to go live. We need to just go live, and I just need to bring this up. I just need to."
yeah.
People are weird. They're fucked up. They're weird. They're irritating. They're aggravating. They're disrespectful. They're arrogant. They're intolerant.
Mm-hmm.
They're very judgmental. They're very fucked up in the head. They're very energy grabbing, energy sucking. I have to deal on a day to day basis with a bunch of different energies, and
It's exhausting.
it's
To do.
exhausting. So, like I said, me cussing, that's light. At least let me do that. Let me do it. Let me do it, okay? Let me do it. But yeah, this was cool. We are going to try and get back to our routine. Get back on deck. Um but yes, please reach out, any type of platforms, any emails. I'm pretty sure if you type any one of our names in there or type Cicely Sparks in anywhere, you're gonna pull up all of our information. Please don't hesitate to comment. Don't hesitate to share. Please share, like, subscribe. We need to get our subscribers up. We need to get the likes up. We have multiple videos. We've been out for what, over a year, if not
Mm,
more or
going to,
longer.
I believe.
A lot of content. Um, just randomly scroll through, look at, watch, listen. It don't have to be the whole thing because sometimes we was a little bit lengthy, okay? But yeah, just spark conversation with us. We don't bite. We invite all. We wanna hear from everybody. We wanna hear all kinds of different ideas and ways of thinking and all that. So I do and we do appreciate you guys for tuning in, for chiming in, for looking, for liking, for subscribing, for sharing. We like all that. We appreciate it. And I'm gonna hand it over to Orange Spark to close us out.
All right, y'all. I think Purple Spark, pretty much summarized it all. But thank you so much for bearing with us in our time of absence. We are going to try to be more consistent. Please know that we are having some major life changes coming up soon. So that could affect our schedule just a little bit, but we are going to be intentional about trying to get back on here more frequently. We would love your interaction, conversations with differing opinions makes the conversation so much better. This is not a platform where you have to agree with everything that's been said or agree with the hosts or none of that. Every opinion is welcome and can be expressed. Um, so yeah, we would love that. Don't forget to get your Live Evil journals. Reach out to us via email, messenger, comment section, all of the ways. But it's been so good to be back in the Spark conversation with you guys. We apologize with it being so late with our work schedule. It's just it is what it is. But these will all be posted on YouTube, so you can go back and rewatch them. And we'll catch you for our next live episode. You guys have a
We
good
sure
night.
will. Bye.
Peace. Doses.